Alright, Dark Souls 3. Gonna be building strength. This time around, starting as a pyromancer because the advantages of starting with a fireball are pretty fireballer. No? Okay. Well, let's see here. Strong, mick, hard punch. Oh, that's fucking weak. Okay, blast. Hard cheese. There we go. Alright. So it's like with any other Souls game, the tutorial area is super easy. And once you kill all the guys and avoid that lizard thing, you get the first bonfire. And then you kill more guys. Alright, and then after you kill all those guys, you come to your first boss. Which, as a pyromancer, is super easy. Oh! And that's that. And then all you have to do is make your way to Firelink Shrine. Now this guy over here on the left side of the Firelink Shrine will fuck your day up. But again, as a pyromancer, he's pretty easy. Just have to keep your distance. And hit him with them fireballs. Ooh, try not to miss. And there we go. He dies and you get a sweet sword, and he won't try to kill you ever again. And you can summon him in some spots against bosses. So that's always nice. Before you go in, make sure to look around. There's all kinds of items laying around out here. And this Fire Lake Shrine is your main base, pretty much. It's where you level up. It's where you get all kinds of merchants. So the first thing I try to do is get my dexterity up to 14, because you're going to find a longbow in the next area. You need 14 dexterity to wield it properly. So you can explore if you want to. There's really not much that you can do. This lady here will sell you items. Of course, you got your blacksmith to reinforce your weapons, and you can also reinforce your flask. And you can change how many of each you want for between your magic and your health flasks. Alright, when you're all done, just go to the bonfire and you're going to the high wall of Lothric. Alright, this is the first real area. From here you can go to the right or the left. Most of the stuff is to the left. I usually go to the right first because that's where the longbow is. Shit. These guys with the axes or halberds, they're a lot tougher than your normal enemy at this point, so just be real careful. And you should be able to take them out pretty easily. They hit real hard though. Easily staggered though, so. See if I can get the critical. Nope, he saw me. Alright, so up here, there are a bunch of these little guys. Oop, crossbow guy. But I believe that guy, right behind the crossbow guy there, without the shirt on, he turns into a giant monstrosity. So I'm going to try to kill him before he can change. Hopefully that works. There we go. If he changes, he's weak to fire, so again, if you're a pyromancer, and there's the longbow. If you're a pyromancer, it's easier to take him out with fire. Alright, and that's the right side. Down there's a shortcut that you open up later. You don't need to worry about that now. Now let's head to the left. Actually, before I head to the left, I'm going to head back to Firelink. And and buy some arrows for my bow. They're 5 souls a piece for the wood arrows, so I usually buy 99 because you're gonna need most of them. Alright, now we go down the left side. That guy there with the lantern, he screams and he'll wake up any dormant enemies that are nearby, so yeah. Try to take him out before he does that. Looks like he woke up that guy there and that guy there. So, you kind of want to avoid that. Fighting multiple enemies is always dangerous. Doesn't matter how weak they are. And before we go down there, let's head up here to the left. And we'll clear this area of enemies and grab some items. Again, you want to get to this guy before he can wake up these guys. Whew. Because those 3 guys will wake up. And there's a guy up there that'll wake up, and that's bad news. So if you can take that guy out, it makes your life a lot easier. There's binoculars. I don't really... Like in Dark Souls 2, you use them to aim your magic. You can kind of do it with just looking around in this one, but it's a lot more useful in Dark Souls 2 with the binoculars. Binoculars now, instead of like a weapon, like being an equipped weapon, it's just an item. So, I don't know. I never really use them. And you can drop down here, pick up this bad boy. And this is just where we, instead of going up, we went down. It's the same area. Alright, and you can drop down here as long as you hit this platform. You won't take any damage. Alright. And they say, Oliver, why do you need a bow? What the fuck? First of all, bow's good for pulling single enemies. And you're gonna need that pretty much the whole game, but also because of this. That big ass dragon. Now you can use them to farm souls for a little bit, but as you can see, it's not all that many souls. And it'll take you a while to run back and forth each time. But I bought the bow because now you just want to keep attacking him until he flies away. This takes quite a while, so obviously I'm not going to make you sit through the whole thing. Alright, so after about 80 arrows, he'll fly away and you'll get a large Titanite shard. So A, you don't have to deal with his bullshit fire breath anymore, and B, you get access to the area he was sitting on. So what's so special about this place? It's that chest, which just so happens to be a mimic. Also is a shortcut. This mimic is a son of a bitch. I usually fight him from up here, so he can't attack me, because at this point in the game he'll more or less just wreck you if you're not super careful. So again, this takes a while. Especially because he likes to sit directly underneath you. Sometimes yeah, he likes to try to do his little spin kick across the gap there, which can connect, so be careful. His attacks are relatively easy to dodge, but at this point in the game, he only needs to really connect once. And after a while, he will sit his ass back down and try to hide. Just keep peppering him, and eventually he'll die. You can try to fight him if you want. I would not advise it, though. But you get a deep battle axe, which is a dark infused battle axe with no strength or dexterity scaling. Actually, no scaling at all. So last time I played through, I was primarily a caster, so I used this as my primary melee weapon since I didn't get any penalties for, you know, not having tremendous strength or dexterity. Even if you are building a strength weapon, this will help you out earlier in the game. It's a massive upgrade from what you have, what you start with. It's no Drake sword, but it'll definitely help. So the next thing I need is a decent shield, and I'll be in business. Alright, this guy's a real son of a bitch. So be careful. Out of flask, but that's okay. There's a bonfire right up ahead. There'll be a assassin type character right here, so watch out for him. And your bonfire is right up here. Alright, when you go back to the shrine to level up and whatnot, make sure to stock up on arrows again, because you probably use most of them on that dragon. Next thing we're going to do is try to free our first merchant that we can add to Firelink. There's another assassin guy sitting back there behind the barrel, so watch out for him. Come on. I'm not going to go back there because it's going to wake up your friend. There we go. And the guy that we want to get is down, if you follow the path down that ladder. But we need to get a key to his cell first, so we're gonna go do that first. There's a guy to the right there that's gonna jump up and ambush me, so I'm gonna try to pull this guy back. Alright, there's another mutant monstrosity here. It is that gentleman there that I have my crosshairs on. He will transform, so we're going to try to take him out before he can do that. And there we go. Oh, see, he was starting to transform, but we got him. Again, if you can't get him before he transforms, just run back up the ladder and throw fireballs down on his head. He's not that hard with fire. Kill all these guys for free souls, because why not? And here's your first treasure bug. I think they're called crystal lizards, but I call them treasure bugs. I like how they did it better in this one, because it drops the item directly into your inventory. You don't have to loot it. So sometimes they'll run off an edge and die, and you'll still get the gem. Alright, with the roof clear, we're gonna head down. There's some guys that are going to pop up here. Again, with your new axe, it shouldn't be that hard to clear them out. Down there will take us to the next area, but we don't need to go there yet. We still need to get that key. So we're going to go back and inside here. Surprised he didn't scream. Alright, now we gotta fight this fucker. Try to take down as much of his health as you can with fireballs. If you can do them all, then why not, right? Alright, and this is the room where the key is. I believe it's down those stairs there. But we need to be careful, because it's very easy to die in this room. First thing you're going to want to do is go over here. Clear out these guys. See how the chain there is curled around and pointing towards the chest? That means it's a real chest. If the chain is the other way, like pointing out, then it's a mimic. It's an easy way to tell. Silver Eagle Kite Shield. There we go. 100% physical absorption. So now I can block and not take any damage. This guy will throw fire bombs down, and there's explosive barrels down there, so you want to make sure you take care of that guy before you try to go down. Now this is an area where the bow proves its usefulness. You can go down there and try to fight them, but most likely you'll pull 2 or 3 enemies. And that's bad news, usually. So with the bow, you can pull them one at a time, and it's a piece of cake. Oh, who's that? And there you go. One at a time, piece of cake. There is a dog down the stairs you're going to want to watch out for. And there's your cell key. Also take a minute to look around this room because there's a bunch of other items you can get. Estus Shard, go back to your blacksmith and you can get another charge into your flask. Alright, that is the area where you first climb down off the roof. This is going to be the next area we traverse after we free our friend from the cell. Alright, so now that we have the cell key, we can go down from where those assassins were. And that guy throws fire bombs, and those barrels are explosive. So if you have a pyromancy, or even a black fire bomb, or regular fire bomb, toss one of those in there first to clear that out, because that will kill you real quick. And here's our new friend.
You know, no. Please. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I mean... What do you say? Very well. I am Giduyop.
So, grant request, he'll give you a ring that he wants you to give to a lady in the next area. And he'll also go back to the Firelink Shrine and act as a merchant. So with him freed, let's go back, level up, and restock. And our new friend will be just to the left of the blacksmith there. Alright, once you level up and restock, let's make our way back to that rooftop where we climb down the ladder. Alright, so we head back down the ladder. Clear these guys out. Alright, before we head down, let's go back around. Grab this here item. And I like to take this guy out from a range. Again, if you want to fight him, feel free, but he's no fun. And with that enemy dispatched, we can climb down and traverse the area in safety. There will be some guys waiting to jump on you down here, so be careful. And you don't have to worry about any of these dead guys getting up. First time I came through here, I was ready for some of them just get up and start wailing on me, but they're all pretty much dead, so you don't have to worry about that. So up these stairs here is your shortcut back to the first bonfire. And you have 4 ambushers ready to jump out at you right here. The guys on the left will jump out first. But again, with this new axe, it's no problem. And the shortcut will lead you back up to the right side of that first bonfire. So let's set our spawn there, and let's go try to take out this first boss. Alright, so the boss is down there to the right, but before you do that, you're going to want to head to the left and go into this cathedral here. You can skip fighting these guys if you want. Just wait for them to turn around. And, whoop. And you just go across here, up here, and you only have to fight one of them. Again, just wait for him to patrol out of the way, and you can head right in. You know, we'll go in here and talk to this lady, because she'll give you a item that'll allow you to progress once you beat the first boss. Small Lothric banner.
This farewell Kittifin and unkindled go brother.
So if you took some hits and used some flasks on your way doing that, probably be a good idea to head back and refresh, so you can be all nice and crispy for the boss. Now you can summon NPCs to help you. There's one here, and then I think there's one down closer to where the actual boss is. I'm not going to this time because this boss is fairly easy and you shouldn't have to. Here's the other summon here, right to the right of the door. That's your sword master, so if you killed him earlier in the Firelink Shrine, you can summon him here to help you. Again, I'm going to try to solo this bad boy. He's fairly easy. I find if you just stay close to him, dodge to the left, you can more or less stay out of his way. I like to soften them up a little bit. Alright, now it's melee time. Now he's going to charge. As soon as you see him put his head down, just roll to the left. Oh, this is not good. Ice breath. You can get behind him. He's done. And that's the first boss. Super easy, right? So now this door opens, you get a bonfire. And use that banner you got from the lady in the cathedral. And we'll move on to the next level.
Does that person have a monocle?
Yeah. That's explorers have a monocle, and they got the eagle shoulder pad. You never seen an explorer before? Dora the Explorer looks identical.
Dora the Explorer does not have a monocle.
She looks exactly like
Nope.
that.